Hello, Dr. Ryman here. So we have an implant lower right, and my patient's here, and I'm gonna use dynamic implant navigation. That means I'm gonna plan the implant, then place it. So I'm gonna do the surgery twice, once on the computer and the second time in the patient's mouth. And what's cool, the patient's up, she's seeing what I'm doing. It builds value, it builds trust, because obviously the level of precision here is unprecedented. We want to map out the lower jaw here. So the implant is here in this area right here. You can go closer. So it's number 30. It's one of the most commonly missed teeth. So we map this out. Next, we want to map the nerve, because one thing we don't want to do is hit the nerve. So we map the nerve, do this, that, 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 that. All right, now we're done with the nerve. Now after we map the nerve, let's go and let's put a tooth. So that's, you see where the nerve is, goes like this. All right, safety is of the utmost importance when we do surgery. The best surgeon is a safe surgeon, and precision, this allows us to have maximum precision. So check this out, I have mapped the nerve. Next, I'm gonna put the tooth where it's gonna be. It's a digital rendition of where the tooth is, and we can go closer on the 3D here. All right, and then we get it right in place where we want it. We twist it. It's a little low, so we're gonna raise it. So the level of precision is incredible here with what we're able to do. It's a little bit thin, so I'm gonna make it a little wider, the digital tooth. You see how it gets a little chubbier, and that's where the tooth is. I'm gonna remove the upper jaw, then look at it from the top, and like that. Lucero, you like this? It's interesting, yeah?
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna move it a little more in, twist it a little like that. Basically play with it till I get it where I want it. Okay, so that's called planning. We're basically starting with the end in mind. You want to have a foresight of 2020, not a hindsight of 2020. So we start where we want the tooth to be. And based on where the tooth is, then we design the perfect placement of the implant. We want it smack in the middle of where that tooth is. You can imagine the level of comfort that a patient gets when they see that their jaw is in 3D and the implant is being designed right there and then in front of them. Now let's go ahead and place an implant. So this is where we want it. It's number 30 in US nomenclature, and I double click right there in the middle. Boom, we've got our implant. Now you notice we added an implant to the mix. Now if you look at it, if we remove the upper jaw, the trajectory of the implant is coming off from the side right here. So I want that to come out from the middle of the tooth, right? So the way I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna tilt it like that and move it like this, and then tilt it like that. And that way I have my implant placed right where I want it to be. Look at where the implant is coming right out the middle, and that's where I want it to be. Okay, so now that I designed the implant, and look, it didn't take long. I mean, we've been doing this for what, like 5 minutes, right? I'm going inside the surgical site with the utmost of clarity. Next, I'm gonna calibrate my handpiece with the 2 cameras that are present on the machine here, the dynamic navigation machine, and then gonna make sure the patient is numb and do the surgery, and you're gonna love the level of technology, precision, predictability that dentistry can offer now to patients.